Hey guys, today I want to talk about, I don't even know what to talk about. I just want to be real on YouTube. I don't want to have any scripts, any strategies and planning how to grow on YouTube, because that's not really what I'm trying to do here. I just feel like this, I want to express myself, show what's inside of me in public, but not actually talking in public. So I think YouTube is the best place for that. Let's talk about how life can change when you fully become an adult. Living by yourself, it can be different, when you live in your home city. It's just that your family, people who can support you financially, mentally, when they're close to you, and that you always get this support. We're not talking about that. From my experience, when I moved to LA, that was the time when I completely felt that I'm alone. Nobody's gonna help me. If I screw up, it's all on me. It's all on you, Sira. So please don't do anything wrong. Everything depends on you. Big things, small things. You can talk to your family, get their support, advice. At the end of the day, whatever happens in your life, it's on you. That's where I really grew up and became a person who I am now. I started living by myself when I was 17, not when I moved to the US. First, I moved to Moscow to study for my bachelor's. It's a whole completely different city. I had to live there in a dorm, student's dorm. So that was the first experience when I tried living myself, and I was like, oh, it's chill, it's cool, it's not that hard. Living alone for the first time. I thought that it's gonna be it was actually easy. I didn't really struggle because I would always go home to see my family time to time, every month, every 2-3 months. So it was fine. And then next step, when I was an exchange student in Finland, next level, that was tough. Slightly compared to what I have now and experienced. It was still fine, but back in the days, my life ruined. I'm alone. I'm gonna die here. Everything is wrong. I want to go back home. It was so hard for me mentally, even though I had the best host family ever. We still have a connection, and I love this family so much. I wouldn't change anything that happened in my life, specifically in Finland, but in my head as a kid, I turned 20 there, I remember. It was very hard for me mentally because I'm very connected to my family, my parents, my brother. My dad came with me the first few days in Finland, so he spent some time with me to see around, to see who I'm living with and the school, everything. And when I saw him leaving me, going back home to Russia, I was crying like a baby. I couldn't resist my tears. They were just pouring down. That was a whole ocean in my eyes. That was crazy, guys. I was going through a lot mentally there. Realized that's it. I'm gonna drop out from school, move to the US, because that was always my dream. But when I tried this and I accomplished, I was then I gotta do that. I can do everything. It would be a heart attack for my mom, for my mom. And then I was okay, one more year, we gotta do this. After graduating, I realized that that's the perfect time. If I don't do this now, what is keeping me here? First, it was school. Now I graduated, so that's it. I gotta move on. And if I don't do this now while I'm young, I'm always gonna regret. I'm not gonna know what could have been overseas and what I can do there. Maybe I can achieve a lot more things being in the US compared to Russia. It's just I always felt different. Even now, I have only one close friend left in Russia, and now she's not even in Russia. I always knew that I'm gonna move out, and it's not because of the country, it's because of me and how I felt myself as a person. And long story short, it was very hard for my family, of course. My dad, I still can't understand how he left me all alone to do this. I was young, so I didn't really understand this seriousness of everything, but my parents still trusted me, and they knew that if it doesn't happen, I'm gonna be so depressed, I'm gonna blame them. Yeah, I was just extra. I moved out, and that's when real life happens. Now knowing a little bit my background, what was before, you can tell me that, oh, like I'm young, independent, I was doing big decisions. Everything is bullshit. It's nothing compared to what you experience when first you're in immigration, second you're alone, you're not even moving out with someone, with your partner, with your family, you're doing it all by yourself. So all the new things in every field, everything is new for you and you gotta experience it by yourself. So nobody's gonna help you. I can't even describe in words, you just have to feel it, but I don't recommend it to anyone. If you're planning to immigrate to another country, if you have a chance to do it with someone, do it. It's gonna be easier. You're gonna go through it all together. But that's not my case. You get in trouble, you gotta find out a way out. You get financial problems, you gotta solve it by yourself, because I couldn't ask my parents to send me money because I don't know, it's just weird to me. I was like relatively like grown up person and it was my choice. In my home country, I didn't need to think about money. All I needed to think is my education, studies. It's also hard, guys, because I was like studying non-stop. I'm not kidding. I love the school, like I'm very grateful I graduated from that school, but that was a nightmare. I would sleep reading a book in a train, in a bus. I would read the book. So like it was a constant like educational space. When I just moved out first year, like you just thinking about survival, and I was studying because I came here as a student, but I never experienced like hard physical work in my home country. Like I never really like worked. I started working on the third or fourth year of my school, and it was an online English tutor. So that was easy, guys. It's not like you make money, but it was like a part-time like side hustle, I would say. You know what's funny? Now I see a lot of like blogs and YouTube even videos from like immigrants, even from my country in my language, and most of them, they talk this like glamorous, beautiful, nice, appealing things about living here. Look at this, look at palm trees, the sun, the ocean, everything. You guys, maybe in 2 years I saw the ocean one time or twice, because you're constantly working. You don't have life. I'm not talking about private life, you just don't have life in general. I would work, then come home, quickly eat, get ready, and go to school. And here in LA, if you don't know, you can't survive without a car, because by car you can spend maybe 15-20 minutes to get to your place. If you take a bus, it will take 2-3 hours. That's crazy. I had no choice, so I needed to get off in advance to get one bus and then another bus, because my school was like a completely different part of LA. Yeah, like a lot of little things that people don't talk about, but it's part of your life, of your routine. You just gotta go through. You gotta be patient, hardworking every day. If you think that another same day I gotta do this, no, everything comes from your routine and discipline. It might be very boring, and at first you're thinking, why am I doing this, and it's not gonna bring me to like anywhere. Trust me, like these little steps make a difference. They are the key to your success. Your final goal is somewhere here, but how to get there? You can't just jump from the bottom to the top. You gotta go. Like I sound very motivational, but maybe someone needs to hear that. I don't know. Like it's kind of obvious, but like from my experience, I can tell you that it took me a long time. Now it's end of July. In September, mid-September, it's gonna be 5 years that I'm here. Most of the time that I spent here in LA, I was living in dreams. It's also a child position. You don't realize like real life. I'm not saying don't believe in your dreams. No, you have to believe in your dreams, but you also need to be realistic. That's a big insight that I learned living here, that not all your dreams happen immediately, and it's not about the place, most importantly, because I was thinking that when I move out and I come to LA, Hollywood, all this like music industries here, right? I was thinking that everything is gonna change in 1 year. That's not true. It doesn't matter where you live, your location, The timing can be so random. This era of like social media, we all know that everything can happen unexpectedly, but also when it happens unexpectedly, you don't know what's in there, what they did to get that. There's a lot of things in the background and we don't know. It's a secret and they're not gonna tell you. You just see the picture that they are showing you, this beautiful picture. A lot of hidden things that we can't know, but trust me that everything takes time. Hopefully it gets faster, it'll be great, but if it takes longer, that's fine too. You still need to go for it. Now, almost 5 years I'm here. I'm still not a famous singer. I still didn't drop an album. I still didn't hit like this amount of views. I still didn't like a lot of negative things, but I accomplished a lot of different things in a different field that, for example, now I can work remotely and live a good life. Much more better things that happened in my life, in my private life, and I'm very grateful for everything that I have. God gave me not what I wanted initially, but He gave me another things that I'm even more grateful, and it's harder to find in your life. So yeah, just be grateful and go towards your goals, even if now you're doing hard physical job to make a living. I know I've been there. Never give up. I don't know how to explain. You just have to understand that it's temporary and every day is different. You don't know what opportunity you will get the next day. I learned to be an adult. That sounds weird. This life position that I put myself into, it made me grow up. And it made me learn things that I never knew before. Made is not the right word. It forced me. It forced me because I had no choice. Now I'm just realizing it. Being an adult is not an age. It's your mental state, how you think about life and big decisions. The earlier you become an adult, the better. At the end of the day, you will stay alone. So yeah, that was just my story. I hope it gave you some topics to think about. Let me know guys if you like this video. Thank you so much. See you guys next time. Bye bye.